A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everybody and welcome to A+ English. I'm Pat.
I'm Trickling.
Today we're going to be learning about a special kind of tree. We'll get to that in our article, but let's begin with our warm-up question. What kinds of trees or plants are special or important in Taiwan?
I've heard that our national tree is called the camphor tree.
Right, yeah, there are a lot of camphor trees, and I often see them kind of like with a protection around them, like people aren't supposed to go and cut them down or anything.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also, I mean, all the fruit trees, right?
Fruit trees,
all the different, you know, you've got your pineapples, you've got your guava, you've got your wax apples, papaya trees.
I actually have one in my garden.
Wow. You know, there's so you see the, you know, fruit trees absolutely everywhere in Taiwan. So they're obviously pretty important because Taiwan it gets called the kingdom of fruits sometimes, doesn't it? All these different fruits and stuff. Flowers, well, for our other magazine, English for You, we taught an article about orchids, didn't we? We found that Taiwan has got loads of different orchid species and sells them over abroad. So those are flowers that are pretty important here. So yeah, lots of different trees and plants that are pretty important to Taiwan. But what tree or plant are we going to look at today? Let's read through our article and find out.
Baobabs, the Madagascar trees of life. Warm-up question. What kinds of trees or plants are special or important in Taiwan? Baobabs are very tall trees with thick trunks. Their branches look like roots in the sky. They can live for thousands of years and grow to be 45 meters tall. 6 of the 8 baobab species grow only in Madagascar, an African island country. A popular place there is the Avenue of the Baobabs. It's the country's first national natural monument. People in Madagascar call the baobab the tree of life. They use it to make rope, baskets, and cloth. They also make medicine from its leaves and eat its seeds. Sadly, many baobabs are dying because of climate change. There's not enough rain now to keep baobabs healthy.
So this kind of tree is called I think it's pronounced baobabs. It kind of sounds weird. It's not an English word, obviously. What do you guys call it in Chinese?
I think it's called 猴面包树. 猴子 like the monkey hole.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
面包 like bread?
Yeah, like bread.
Monkey bread
tree. It doesn't make sense, yeah, monkey bread.
That's a cool name. But what we do learn, baobabs are very tall trees with thick trunks.
OK, 这个第一个字就是 trunk， 不是像大象的鼻子哦，这边是指树干。那我们来看一下怎么使用这个字吧。OK， 所以 trunk 就是树干的意思，所以我们知道这个猴面包树呢有很 thick 的 trunks， 代表它们的树干是很粗的。那在美国的话，美式英文我们也有后车厢的意思，比如说 The stolen box was found in the trunk of his car， 被偷的箱子呢在他的后车上找到。那像我刚刚讲的 trunk 也可以有大象的鼻子的意思。那我们看一个句子 David cut the tree trunk into small pieces to burn in his fire， 就是 David 呢把树干砍成小块的木材来生火。所以呢，猴面包树是一种非常高大的树木，那它的树干是很粗壮的。
So different trees have different kinds of trunks. Something like an oak has a great big thick one. Different kinds of trees have thinner ones. Some trees even have more than one and they kind of split and go around each other. You could say the trunk of this tree is really thick. you can easily hide behind it. So that's the trunk of the baobab tree. What else do they look like? The article says their branches look like roots in the sky.
Roots in the sky. 好，这边出现的 branch 也是跟树枝、树干，也是跟树有关的。那我们来看一下这个字。Branch 就是树枝的意思，不过它有分支机构或者是分店啊、分行、分部这些意思都可以。比如说 ，You can contact your local branch to arrange an appointment 就是预约，所以代表说你可以联系你当地的分行去安排预约时段。那么 branch 这个字呢 ，you can also use it as a verb， 把它当成动词也是可以哦。那当成动词就是会有发出新的树枝的意思。比如说 ，the tree is beginning to branch out， 这棵树呢开始发出新枝了。那我们看另外一个句子 ，the wind broke off the branches of the tree during the typhoon。这个呢，风在台风天呢太强了，所以就折断了这棵树的树枝。所以它们的 branches， 它们的枝条看起来像在天空中的根。
We could also say there is a swing hanging from the branch of this tree. And what else do we learn about baobab trees? The article says they can live for thousands of years and grow to be 45 meters tall.
Wow.
So very tall, very old trees.
所以它们可以活很久，可以到上千年，而且它们可以长到45米高，非常非常的大。
So we learn about these kinds of trees that 6 of the 8 baobab species grow only in Madagascar, an African island country.
Species 指的就是物种，它可以指动物的物种，也可以指植物的物种，都 OK。所以有8种呢，红面包树中的6种，它只有生长在非洲的一个岛国马达加斯加。So you can't see them anywhere?
You can, but they only grow in this part of Africa. There's 2 others that grow in other parts of the world as well. Thinking about species, of course, most dogs are very different. You get small dogs, big dogs, cute little dogs, long ones, long-haired, short-haired. But they're all the same species. And scientists used to think there was just one species of giraffe. Now they think there are at least 4.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what we mean by species, different kinds of the same sort of plant or animal. So back to Madagascar, this island, it's kind of down there in the sort of southeastern part. It's in the ocean. It's an island country. And we see a popular place there in Madagascar is the Avenue of the Baobabs.
OK， 所以 avenue 指的是大道的意思。所以呢，在那个地区，一个非常受欢迎的地方就是红面包树大道。
An avenue is a wide road that usually has trees on either side. You might say there are many cherry trees on this avenue. So this Avenue of the Baobabs, we read it's the country's first national natural monument.
Monument 是纪念物，但是我们这边又有一个 natural 跟自然有关，所以它就是一个自然纪念物的感觉。所以这一个呢，就是非洲这一个岛国呢，它下面这个马达加斯加的岛国第一座国家级的天然纪念物哦。
Monuments are usually built to remember or celebrate someone or something. And since we build them, they're made out of stone. They're not natural. But a natural monument is one that just grows by itself, or at least you just plant it and it grows in the right place. And it's a national monument, so it represents the whole country. We see in the article, people in Madagascar call the baobab the tree of life.
所以马达加斯加的人呢，他们称 baobabs 叫做生命之树。
There are a lot of trees in the country and people find ways to make use of that tree. We see in the article, the people, use it to make rope, baskets, and cloth.Cloth
是布料哦，所以当地的人呢会用这些树木来制作绳索啊，或篮子，或像是布料。那大家记得，如果今天是指衣服的话，我们后面总称会加一个 es， 那发音就会变 clothes， 会不一样哦。
Yeah, cloth is just the material. We could also say fabric, F-A-B-R-I-C. You'd use it to make clothes, but you could use it to make other things too. And people make other things from these baobab trees in Madagascar. The article says they also make medicine from its leaves and eat its seeds.
哇，好像中药的感觉。OK， 那我们来看一下下面另外一个单词 seed。 seed 是种子的意思。那我们在种种子啊的这动词叫做 sow， 所以比如说 for best results, sow the seeds in early March。为了获得最佳的效果呢，我们要在3月初的时候去播种。那么 seed 在我们文章中是名词，当动词也是 OK 哦。当动词就是有把种子或者是水果里面的籽去掉的意思。比如说 seed the peppers before you cut them into pieces， 你在把椒切成块之前呢，先把籽去掉吧。那么再看另外一个句子， Lisa planted seeds in her garden and they grew into flowers。 Lisa 呢在她的花园里面种下了一些种子，然后这些种子就长成了花朵了。所以当地的人呢还会用这个baobab叶子去做药啊，甚至是吃它的种子哦。
Yeah, some seeds you can eat. Many people enjoy eating pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. But then if it's like a watermelon seed, we just spit those ones out. So it does depend. The article goes on and says, sadly, many baobabs are dying because of climate change.
OK， 所以 sadly 是我们今天的 magic box 的字，这个它指的就是令人难过的是什么？那我们再看一下有没有更多的用法。
Magic Box。
身为鬼杀队的成员，我炭治郎每天都过得很充实。每次呢，都有最重要的伙伴跟我最亲爱的妹妹一起和我出任务。旅途中呢，当然也是充满了欢笑哦。Unfortunately, it's not always a happy ending. 不幸的不是呢，每一次都可以圆满落幕啦。在这个过程中呢，我们可能会受伤，甚至失去伙伴。所以啊，我要变得更强，我要保护大家。不知道呢，大家认不认识副词这个朋友了？在构成句子的过程中呢，可能感觉副词好像可有可无哦，但是呢，其实它可以修饰动词、修饰形容词哦，让整个句子意思改变。所以呢，其实副词是非常重要的哦。那今天呢，我们要介绍的副词很特别，它就叫做全句修饰语。顾名思义啊，这个副词呢，就是可以用来修饰整个句子了。哪些副词这么厉害，可以影响全局呢？比方说啊 ，surprisingly 令人惊讶的 ，obviously 显然的，或者是呢我们刚刚有用到的 unfortunately 不幸的，这些副词呢就有全句修饰词的功能了。我们呢今天呢就来看一下例句，像说呢我们呢之前去参加这个大胃王比赛 ，unfortunately we were eliminated from the competition。不幸的是呢，我们吃的不够多，所以被淘汰了。我们还可以再看另外一句，比方说呢，我妹妹被变成鬼了，我为了让她恢复，我背着她到处去找解药。但是呢，妹妹这么大个儿，怎么有办法背在书包里呢？ Surprisingly, she can change her height. 让人惊讶的她可以改变她的身高。这两句呢 ，unfortunately, surprisingly， 在句子一开头呢就定调了，读者呢看到这个不幸的，就知道我们这次比赛表现不会太好了，或是呢看到这个让人惊讶的，就知道呢句子会有转折。全句修饰语就有这样的功能哦。除了我们刚刚讲的 surprisingly、unfortunately 之外，还有哪一些呢？我们呢可以大概分成2类。刚刚呢这些呢是属于表达情感的 ，OK， 其他呢还有像是这个 sadly 不幸的、令人遗憾的，或是呢这个刚刚 unfortunately 的相反 fortunately 幸运的。Luckily 也是幸运的哦，这一类呢就是用来表达这个情感的。那另外还有一类呢是用来表达事实的，比方说呢，刚刚我们有说到的 obviously 显然的 ，certainly 当然 ，truly 的确，或是呢像 clearly 也是显然的意思。像说呢，我们去比赛一进场呢就发现大家实力惊人哦。Clearly we are not going to win， 显然的我们是不会赢得这场比赛。以上呢就是我们全句修饰语的用法咯。
So sadly, we say this at the start of a sentence when we know the rest of the sentence is going to be bad news, sad news, something unfortunate. And the unfortunate thing here is climate change.
Right, 所以我们也来讲一下 climate change 是什么，然后还要看一下 climate 这一个字。 Climate 就是气候，那比如说我们形容一个很热的气候，那就是 a hot climate。如果很干燥 ，a dry climate， 或甚至是一个很严酷、很严峻的气候 ，a harsh climate， 这些都是可以的。比如说呢 ，These plants grow well in a dry climate， 这些植物呢可以在很干燥的气候生长非常的良好。那么再看另外一个句子。These animals live in very cold climates, so they can't survive in Taiwan. 这些动物必须居住在很寒冷的气候，所以是没有办法在台湾生存的。So climate change， 它刚刚就是气候变化嘛，所以其实就是因为气候变化关系，让人很难过的是，这些面包树呢，红面包树因为气候变化要死掉了。
Now, Taiwan has a hotter and wetter climate than the UK, but because of climate change,This could change one day. Taiwan's getting drier in its summers. The UK's getting hotter. Who knows?
Can we get snow here, please?
Only on the top of the mountain.
Okay.
Climate change is usually warmer rather than the other way. Well, the article goes on and talks about why climate change is causing a problem. It says, there's not enough rain now to keep baobabs healthy.
所以这边的 enough 指的就是足够的，所以我们再造另外一个句子，比如说 There isn't enough wind to fly a kite， 代表说风不够大，我就没办法放风筝。所以文章这种意思就是说，因为现在没有足够的雨水来保持 baobabs 的健康。
We could also say for enough, we don't have enough chairs for everyone. I'll get some more.
I'll just stand. It's okay.
Yeah.
所以这边有一个 keep。什么东西，然后 adjective， 这个指的就是like使某人保持什么状态。所以比如说 keep your mouth shut and your ears open， 就是不要讲话，然后张开你的耳朵。
Or this big breakfast will keep me full until lunchtime. When we use the sentence that way, we mean something stays the way you put it. So keep the baobabs healthy means if there's enough rain, they will stay healthy. But if there isn't enough rain, sadly, they will die.So that is the end of today's article. The message, of course, being let's try to fight climate change in any way we can. But right now, we're going to go to our review time activity.
Review time.
Okay, so for our wrap-up activity, Chicklin and I are going to have a drawing contest.Who can draw the best tree in 30 seconds?
That's a short time.
It is a short time, but we've got some word power words from today's article to include. Trunk, branches, and seeds. Can we get those in the picture? You ready? I'll get us started. Okay, 30 seconds. Go. Draw your tree.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.How
many seconds have passed by?
I don't know, but about 20. We got very. I've got to be very quick now with these bits. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's 30 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, so let's have a look at our trees. Oh, okay. So we got different kinds of trees here.
I like yours.
Okay, what kind of tree is yours then?
Can you tell?
Looks like, is that an apple?
Yeah, it's actually an apple tree.
It's or somebody's bottom. It's a butt tree. With that one there.
Looks like peach.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why it looks like a butt.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a fruit tree, so I got the nice trunk here. We got some branches up here, and the seeds will be inside the apples, won't they? What kind of climate will that grow in? That's another word power word.
What? Like maybe spring?
Yeah.
Climate 气候?
Yeah, a temperate climate, we would say.
Oh, okay.
Temperate, which is Temperate.
温和一点的嘛.
Yeah, that's kind of like Northern Europe, a bit of Japan, not quite Taiwan. We're not quite temperate. So I've drawn, looks like a sort of a palm tree or maybe coconut tree, which have the one really long kind of trunk.
I thought it was 槟榔 tree.
Yeah, it could be close. Palm trees like that don't really have branches much. If they do, they're only right at the very top. And these will grow in hotter, wetter climates. Yeah, tropical climates. And if they're coconut trees, then the seeds will be in the coconuts.
And they have huge leaves.
Yeah, big leaves like that. But I like those kind of trees because we don't get them in England. So whenever I see them, I'm like, oh, great, it's sunny and hot. Okay, but that's all the time we've got. Thanks for watching, everybody. For A+ English, I'm Pat.
I'm Chiquing.
We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Baobabs, the Madagascar trees of life. Warm-up question. What kinds of trees or plants are special or important in Taiwan?
Baobabs are very tall trees with thick trunks. Their branches look like roots in the sky. They can live for thousands of years and grow to be 45 meters tall. 6 of the 8 baobab species grow only in Madagascar, an African island country. A popular place there is the Avenue of the Baobabs. It's the country's first national natural monument. People in Madagascar call the baobab the tree of life. They use it to make rope, baskets, and cloth. They also make medicine from its leaves and eat its seeds. Sadly, many baobabs are dying because of climate change. There's not enough rain now to keep baobabs healthy. Word power.
Trunk. Trunk. David cut the tree trunk into small pieces to burn in his fire. David cut the tree trunk into small pieces to burn in his fire. Branch. Branch. The wind broke off the branches of the tree during the typhoon. The wind broke off the branches of the tree during the typhoon. Seed. Seed. Lisa planted seeds in her garden and they grew into flowers. Lisa planted seeds in her garden and they grew into flowers. Climate. Climate. These animals live in very cold climates, so they can't survive in Taiwan. These animals live in very cold climates, so they can't survive in Taiwan.
认识字汇 Species. 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 Avenue. Avenue. Monument. Monument. Natural monument. Natural monument. Cloth. Cloth.